We're back for UFC Vegas 104. Just smoked a big doobie. The bookies are probably smoking a big doobie on this event because the odds are wild. Some of the fights are crazy. Now, the dog of the week, we've been taking advantage of these odds. 6 in a row right now. Pretty good run we're on. I have never hit 6 in a row on the dog of the week. I don't think I've ever hit over 3 in a row on the dog of the week. So a pat on the back for myself. Let's keep the streak going in Las Vegas. Dana White's backyard. It's going to be a barn burner. Last week we got hit on the chin. Ankalev got hit on the shin a couple times. And it absolutely sucked. We stopped 11 takedowns, but we could not push forward and get the win for the lock of the week with Alex Pereira. He lost the belt. Potin, pretty ashamed of the performance. You know, not very aggressive. Not much striking output. Sometimes they just don't fight for your money after 2 weeks of getting robbed on a judge's scorecard. We make it 3 weeks consecutive that one lost by a decision. This week, I'm not going to make any arguments or complaints. Pereira did not do enough. I have people in my Discord, sharp bettors like Gammon Girth, going heavy on the other side. Magomed Ankalaev, making money. Credit to you, Gammon Girth. One of the real GOATs in the game. A lot of people probably don't know this guy, but some of the best gamblers, people don't even know who the hell they are. But I'm letting you know, we got one of them in the chat. Discord's absolutely free. His name's Gammon Girth. Now watch out for him. Another forecaster I want to give a shout out for before we break down each and every fight on this card. I recorded the video for an hour. Forgot to put the mic on. It's on. Steve. Had a good chat with Steve in the chat. Absolutely free to be in the Discord. Hit the link in the description below. Me and Steve were talking about an underdog this week. Multiple underdogs this week. Yeah, we think the bookies are smoking some doobies this week. And we want to take advantage. Steve has been sharp. He's another forecaster if you want to talk with someone. He's probably one of them. And we got Gammon Girth, Danielle Brooks cashing in on the dogs of the week almost every week. Hit the link in the description below. Now let's keep it going here. With the picks, we have 6 underdogs in a row consecutively that we do not want to screw up. There's a lot of wide odds, like we said, so let's not waste your time. Let's do it as fast as possible. This is the second time recording today. 1 hour long prediction show. Out the window. The mic was not on. So like the video, subscribe if you have not subscribed yet. Stay forecasted each and every week. I'm going to give you my pick. I'm not going to break down each and every fight in depth. I'll give you the pick. Some fights I might break down a little bit longer than others, but we got a couple fights on this card, Dana White's backyard, and there's no reason to overcomplicate some of the fights. And I want to give you a pick and have you move on to making money. All right. Some people do videos for like an hour and you're just like skipping ahead looking for the pick. I'll give you the pick. We'll move on and we'll make some money. We got Yuneisy, Duben, 6-0 undefeated, fighting Carli, Judice, 3-2. The odds don't make sense. 4-1 favorite for Judice. Insane. This girl can't push forward. She's low output on the feet. I look at her on Instagram. Can't really believe this girl is a fighter. She looks like a cat lady. She does not look like a fighter. And she's fighting a girl who has had a tough time in her life with other coaches abusing her, stuff like that. This is a girl that is ready to abuse her opponents and knock them unconscious. She's not looking to quit on herself, and she has full belief she can beat a lot of these girls in the division. And me and Steve do believe Duben gets this dub. She's going to hit harder. She could knock out Carli in round 1, just like she did on Dana White's Contender Series versus Shannon Clark, 5-0. Shannon Clark's better than Carli Judice. So why can't she do it again? She has the power. She's aggressive. And she should do the same thing in this fight. Maybe round 2, but she does have way more power, way more heart in this fight, and the odds are insane. Duben is the pick. If you want to smoke the doobie with me, spark it up and bet it before the odds increase, decrease. I've seen these odds at like plus 380. I got in at plus 300. I seen them moving down. By the end of the day, she was a plus 275 underdog, back to plus 300. I don't know where these odds are going to take off to, but I know the bookies are on one, making Duben this big of an underdog. If she wins, how she won on Dana White's Contender Series, and you didn't make a bet, you'll be some ashamed of yourself. We got Josiane Nunes next versus Priscila Cachoeira. Cachoeira, 12-6, does not have a high striking output or accuracy versus a girl that can push forward and have a high volume. I gotta pick the favorite, Josiane Nunes. This girl can also have more power in this fight to finish it if she has to. It's more of a one-punch combination for her. She's not throwing a whole lot of punches in the combination to get that knockout. It's one big looping shot, big overhand that can send Priscila to the shadow realm. Unfortunately, we have not seen the finish lately, but we have seen her push forward and fight for our money. Josiane's the pick as a favorite. Not going to talk about this one too long. On to the next fight at flyweight. Andre Lima, undefeated, 10-0. He's fighting Daniel Barez. Barez will push forward, have volume on the feet that can be very powerful if he lands the right shot in the right place. He's going to have to land one hell of a shot and be quite lucky to beat a guy like Andre Lima, who has such a high fighter's IQ, so aware on the feet, defensively sound, and should get it done as a pretty big favorite in this fight. Barez has been submitted a few times. I worry about that. Andre Lima has never had a submission win, although in his last couple fights, he's kind of working for one. He has a couple takedowns, a couple submission attempts. At some point, he will get a submission. I'm looking at sprinkling down a bet here on Andre Lima by a submission. You see him working for them on the feet. He does have power, but Barez will push forward, probably make Andre Lima a little bit uncomfortable, and Lima will look for the takedowns in this fight. Looking to solidify a win by another decision, but I can see that submission happening in this fight. Seriously, this guy has been working for them. He's never had one. There's a first time for everything. I'm sprinkling down on Andre Lima, 10-0 by a submission, his first ever. The next fight, Josias Musasa, 8-0 undefeated. He also should win as an undefeated fighter. A lot of hype behind him, fighting a guy, $6 underdog, Carlos Vera, 11 years older in this fight. Little finishing potential on the feet. Looking to crotch sniff. Probably not going to work out because Josias Musasa stuffed the takedowns on Dana White's Contender Series. Won a split decision versus a guy 9-0. And in this fight, he should pass the test with flying colors. Maybe he gets a flying knee. Maybe he finishes the fight relatively quick and early. Round one is what I am forecasting. This guy hits too hard. His nickname's the Knockout Wizard. Look at the odds. Play it round 1 KO for the Knockout Wizard. Carlos Vera lacks a 4-inch reach advantage. Has no finishing potential on the feet. He's going to look for the takedowns. He definitely cannot get a takedown. And he definitely, most likely, in my opinion, as forecasted, will get knocked the fuck out round 1 in Musasa's debut fight. Buddy's name is the Knockout Wizard. He won a split decision, stuffing takedowns on the Contender Series. I think he can shine in this fight. Good matchup for him. Another Dana White's Contender Series fighter making his debut versus a fighter that does not shy away from a fight, Brenson Ribeiro. He's probably questioning why he gets these fights, but hey, it's going to be entertaining. Diyar, Nurgozhay, can hardly say his name, is 10-0 undefeated as well. These undefeated fighters probably shine in this fight. Southpaw lacks a reach advantage, though. He is lacking 7 inches. So Brenson Ribeiro has a 7-inch reach advantage. That's kind of scary. He hits hard. He has finishing potential, but he's been knocked out before, and he is the less durable fighter in this fight. 10-0. I'm not making him a lock, but I am picking him in this fight as a favorite. Maybe knockout, maybe a decision. He'll pass the test. Looks like a good prospect. 27 years old. That 7-inch reach advantage is kind of sketchy. Likely pass on a bet on this fight, but he is a pick. And anybody taking Ribeiro, if he wins, will get paid at plus 275, especially if you bet him by finish. He's a guy that goes for the finish, fights for the finish, stands in the octagon, and bangs it out looking for the finish. If not, he gets finished. So, seen him go to a split decision in his last bout. I think he's due for a loss in this one by finish. If not, he could land a shot versus a guy that is pretty inactive, fought very low caliber guys, although beating a guy 8-2 on the Contender Series that was good with a head kick. A lot of unknowns, unprovens in this fight. Not one you should spend your hard-earned money on, in all honesty. The next fight shouldn't spend your hard-earned money on an underdog like Sam Hughes, 9-6, versus a girl, Stephanie Luciano, 6-1-1, who looks pretty good in the UFC, younger in this fight by 7 years, and should dominate with higher output, good takedown defense, and pushing forward. She will get her hand raised. Sam Hughes will struggle on the feet. She'll have no takedowns in this fight. Talita Alencar had no success on the ground with takedowns. Stephanie Luciano, at 25 years old, is just the next level of fighter in this day and era. Sam Hughes is 32, 9-6, pretty sloppy fighter, won a split decision. Due to regress here off a split decision win she hardly deserved to win. Lost multiple other fights inside of the organization. A girl looking to make her way up in the organization. Probably doesn't end well for her. Sam Hughes gets the loss here versus a good prospect, in my opinion. You never know, but I think Stephanie Luciano is pretty good. The odds indicate that she is a 3-1 favorite. Waldo Cortes-Acosta fighting Ryan. Spann fighting here at heavyweight, making the move up from light heavyweight. This guy is looking to be the next big thing at heavyweight, but he is not big. He's going to fight a lot of guys bigger than him. He is 6'5", but the frame is not there. He's fought guys that are at 170. He should struggle in this fight. I expect him to, and he should lose this fight. Either if it's a knockout for Waldo Cortes-Acosta, or Waldo Cortes-Acosta sticks and moves with the jab, good footwork, in and out movement, the bigger frame, gets it done here, gets his hand raised. I don't see a world where Waldo Cortes-Acosta just does not show up. He showed up in a lot of fights, looking pretty good. He's 12-1. This is a good test for him, a guy that has finishing potential, but I don't think he's too scared. Stick and move with the jab. He should have more power as well. Cortes-Acosta's the pick. Not making him a lock of the week, not parlaying him or anything like that. Just here giving you my prediction for this fight. I got to go against Superman as my pick. I don't think there's a whole lot of value on this fight for a bet or a parlay piece. It's a volatile fight. Ryan can get a finish, submission win, knockout win, decision win. You never know with this guy. Hard to trust. In this particular matchup, I feel like I don't think he can win, but you never know. Ryan Spann can only win like a handful of fights in this heavyweight division. This is one that is way too tough for his heavyweight debut. That's just my opinion, though. He could get it done. The odds are pretty close here. Next one, Su Young Yu. I can't say the same thing about this guy. What do you think? He's fighting a guy, AJ Cunningham, $6 underdog. I'm 6 in a row on the dog of the week. Are these odds too wide? You got to think AJ Cunningham fought at 155. He's moving to 135. He last fought Ludovic Klein, who's top 10 in the lightweight division. He's moving to bantamweight. He should be way better at this weight class, for one. All right, where are these guys training? Su Young Yu. I don't even know who he's training with and where he's training at. Looking here. I don't even know who he's training with. And AJ Cunningham, he's training at Factory X, Extreme Couture. He's with Justin Gaethje, Dan Iggy, putting the sweat on, working hard here. Everything he's been through, having the mentality, the determination, the grit, the heart to go through all that and to get to where he's at. And now to have success, find success, it will be one hell of a story. This guy deserves nothing but the best, AJ Cunningham. He pushes forward in his fights. He fights for your money. And now I look at the other side, at the stats for Su Young Yu. He's looking for some takedowns and control time, and I really don't think AJ Cunningham's going to give that up in this fight. Looking for the win off a Dana White Contender Series loss and a debut loss to Ludwig Klein. 2 weight classes above this. I think he's ready to go in this bout. Su Young Yu can't get the takedown, so he has to stay on the feet where he has really no finishing upside. No knockout power. This guy's fighting in his enemy year. Su Young Yu. Born year the pig, he's fighting in his enemy year. We look at Brendan Allen, lose in his enemy year. Javid Bashrat, lose in his enemy year. Last week, Jalen Turner. He did not look good in his enemy year. Danny Barlow took his first ever loss in his enemy year. You got a guy won multiple fights on the road to the UFC, won the road to the UFC. I think he is now due for a loss on a win streak in his enemy year, in his debut fight. That is not a road to the UFC finale. Fighting a dog, a 6-1 underdog. I'm 6 in a row on the dog of the week. And not to mention, this guy has a 6-inch reach advantage. AJ Cunningham has a 6-inch reach advantage on the feet. He's going to be the better striker. He has more finishing upside on the feet, more power on the feet. He's a way better striker here. 7-inch reach advantage. 6-inch reach advantage. $6 underdog. I'm 6 in a row in the dog of the week, and I'm locking this one up. And not to mention, the enemy year for Su Young Yu. Not a great look for him. Fighting in his enemy year. And I'm going to cap it off. AJ Cunningham, born the same day as me, September 7th. And we're looking to go 7 in a row here. Dog of the week. If you don't like it, you can pass. But this guy is not a guy I'm looking to pass on. Especially at this price when the value is there. I got to lock him in. Put the streak on the line here. 6 in a row. Looking to go 7 in a row. You heard the story. Su Young Yu. I'm sorry. Next up, we got a big fight between Blackshear and Cody Gibson. Odds are wide once again, but I'm not taking too many underdogs that I really don't trust in or see winning. So I see Blackshear winning with the grappling takedowns in this fight, although Cody Gibson is good with the grappling and takedowns offensively. Defensively, he does struggle and lack. He gets submitted, and Blackshear just got a submission win to a guy, Cody Stamann, who I think is better than Cody Gibson. Easy pick. Big favorite here. Not overcomplicating it. 7 years younger. Blackshear should win. He should win. Gibson's getting closer to the end of his career. On his way out of the UFC at some point. I got to start fading him at this point. But I'm sure some people are still going to look to fade Blackshear, a guy that has been inconsistent. Don't blame them. But Cody Gibson just does not have the gas in the tank to beat a guy like this. He doesn't have the power in the tank to beat a guy like this. I got to go with Blackshear to get this one done versus Gibson. Don't love the price. I would not put big money on him in a lock parlay, but I'm pretty confident he can get this win in Dana White's backyard. And now this guy, I am even more confident he can get the win, and we're getting an even better number. So if you parlay Blackshear with a couple other fighters, you're not even getting the value that you would get if you took Kurt Holobaugh versus Alexander Hernandez. Time and time again, he proves to me that he cannot fight for my money. 4 fights in a row, he went to a decision. 2 of them he lost to Damon Jackson, Bill Algeo. He got knocked out to Billy Q. And then he beat Hubbard by a split decision, a guy that Holobaugh submitted. So Holobaugh has the MMA math in his favor. He has the heart determination in his favor, forward pressure in his favor, power, submission, upside in his favor, everything in his favor. He's plus 162, odds increasing here. He's not a dog of the week, but he is a lock of the week for me. I'm not taking 4 favorites, 3 favorites this week, and putting heavy money on them. I'm taking 1 underdog that I trust, one that will fight for my money. Undoubtedly, Kurt Holobaugh will be that guy versus Alexander Hernandez. Very inaccurate on the feet. Does not fight hard when the fight gets extended, when he doesn't have success. And yeah, I don't see him having a whole lot of success in this fight. I could possibly see him getting finished, but I want to see when was the last time he got finished, right? Because Holobaugh has a finish win to Jason Knight on the Ultimate Fighter, and he went to war, and he found a beautiful punch and sent Buddy to the Shadow Realm. He submitted Austin Hubbard, a guy that went to a split decision with Hernandez, so he has a ton of upside in this fight for a finish. Hernandez, his last loss was to Damon Jackson by a decision. And now that I remember, he got taken down in that fight and controlled for a majority of the fight. Now, if that happens in this fight, mark my words, Holobaugh gets a submission win if he can get that much success on the ground. A couple takedowns, that much control time, I gotta think a submission will happen for Holobaugh in this fight if he can get those takedowns, without a doubt. He got knocked out to Billy Q and submitted to Renato Moicano in round 2, where Kurt Holobaugh really shines. He has a couple round 2 wins. Jason Knight was a round 2 finish. Hubbard was a round 2 finish. So I think round 2, Kurt Holobaugh gets a finish in this fight. You see Billy Q knocking out Hernandez. So I wouldn't be too sold on the submission. Inside the distance is the play. Round 2, Kurt Holobaugh. Lock of the week. Not just a dog of the week. AJ Cunningham at 6-1 will be the underdog of the week. 6 in a row, looking to go 7 in a row. But Kurt Holobaugh will be the lock of the week. One fighter to win instead of 3 or 4. We're playing it safe, sharp, and smart. There's no way this guy is not the better fighter. There's no way this guy won't even fight for our money unless he's done. He's 38. He's not training with the better guys, in my opinion. Hernandez trains with some people up at Elevation. Brandon Royval. So at Factory X, he's getting some training in. I like that gym. He has a chance. Money coming in here. Don't bet above your head. Bet within your means. Set a bankroll management system. You can read in my free Discord. Link is in the description below. All about the bankroll. How to set up a bankroll. What a bankroll is. I don't need to explain it to you. The link is there. Absolutely free to join Discord. I highly recommend that. Like I said, a bunch of other forecasters in there you can talk to get some great advice from, like Gammon Girth, Danielle Brooks, Steve. I can even pull up a couple more in here. They're just waiting for a shout out, I bet, here. We got big old Babar. You already know that guy. He's been around the block. We've talked about him many times before. Frank Bush, he's in the comments on YouTube. I appreciate him keeping the algorithm afloat. As soon as the video gets posted, he comments below, helps with that algorithm. I can't thank him enough. Helping Fight Fiends and forecasters stay afloat on YouTube. We were losing the algorithm. Frank Bush came back, and he said, I got your back. So I appreciate him a lot. Commenting below on these YouTube videos. I put a lot of work into them. Like I said, I just recorded for an hour. The mic wasn't even on, so this is the second time recording. Going back to the forecast lobby, we have Nate Brown giving his opinion as well. So talk to Nate Brown. He's also there. Another good guy. One of the brothers in the chat. A real one. And nobody else has been active today, the last couple days. So if you do want to get a shout out, be active in forecast lobby, in Discord. Link is free in the description below on this video. Thanks everybody for tuning in, getting paid with me, sharing your plays, your opinions, everything like that. It goes a long way, having a great community. Like I said, leading the way is Gammon Girth, beating all of our asses up with Anklev. What a guy. This guy does soccer too. And we have Richard War. He's a platinum forecaster. He's up some money this weekend, I would say. Richard War. This guy's making some bets and hitting them left, right, and center. But let's get back to these breakdowns. Thanks to everybody in Discord that's in there staying active. The community is strong, and they are getting paid. I'm very impressed with each and every one of them. Now, Kevin Vallejo is another guy I'm super impressed with. Went to a decision and did not get finished with Jean Silva. He looked pretty good in that fight. He did not get the contract He did the second time around, though. But he got an easier matchup. Now he's fighting a guy that seems to be an easy matchup again. 11-7, Sang-Won Choi. Been finished by knockout a couple times now. And yeah, he just got knocked out in his last fight. Seems like a highly favorable matchup for Vallejos. Look at the reach advantage, though. It's 6 inches in favor of Woo Choi. Kind of scary. Another one where the reach advantage is not in our favor, but we're siding with the favorite, putting a little bit of faith in him. Younger fighter in this fight as well. He's going to hit harder. He has a lot of hype behind him. Just got to be careful, right? You never know. Nothing's a guarantee. Debut fight. You know, he did not get finished to Jean Silva, so I don't see a world where he does get finished here. He's clearly a high confidence pick, but at this price, how can I say there's value there? He's a 5-1 favorite. You got to play it knockout or bust, essentially, to get the win here and to get paid. And yeah, I'm going to do that, but lock of the week, I don't know. I think Kurt Holobaugh to win is a better, more valuable, less risky play rather than taking 4 favorites at 230 plus 130 when you can get Holobaugh right now at 262 plus 162. You know what I'm saying? A lot less risk for one fighter to win. That's what I'm doing, but I'm not saying Kevin Vallejos isn't a lock. This guy should get the knockout again, round 1, just like another fighter on this card. I think we could play Vallejos round 1 KO with, what was the other fighter? Musasa, round 1 KO. Maybe we put something together with those 2 fighters, round 1 KO, first round freeze, and get paid. That's what we're here to do, get paid. If you want to become a Platinum forecaster, see each and every bet, all the big bets, each and every bet, all sport bets. I bet on hockey, basketball, $5 a month going to $8 a month. Link in the description below. Patreon is the place to be if you really want to take this serious and get paid with me. If you believe in me, let's go. Let's get these bags. All right. Co-main event fights now are where we start to struggle. Co-main event, main event, but I'm going to break it down quick as possible here. No reason to bet anything on this one. I'm taking Zaleski over Chidi. Chidi has been not as durable in recent form, winning fights by a decision, not really pushing forward like you want a fighter to, not really that high output. He is very hard to trust. As an underdog, I'm not chasing it. Zaleski should be the more accurate fighter, better with the takedowns and grappling. Both these fighters have been in the UFC for quite some time now, and if you look at who they've beaten, you're going with Zaleski. He beat Benoit Saint Denis. He beat Strickland. He beat a debut fight like he was supposed to in round 1 in his last bout. If this fight goes the distance, you know he's going to be very good and likely win it. Went to a draw with Rinya Fakardinov, who is way better than anyone Chidi has ever fought. Like I said, he beat a guy like Benoit Saint Denis when Benoit Saint Denis was undefeated at the time. As a favorite, not a guy I'm recommending you to fade. Let's take Zaleski in this fight. Fingers crossed. But not much to worry about. Chidi Bang Bang Njokuani has not much bang bang left. He doesn't push forward. Low output. Almost no finishing upside at this point in his career. Not looking good for Chidi. It's really not looking good. And the last fight of the night, Dana White's backyard, Marvin Vettori, Italian, is going to work after a year and 8 months. Ring rust? Maybe. He just lost to Jared Cannonier. Before that, he beat Roman Dolidze. This is their second fight. Roman Dolidze ain't no joke, but he is 36, and if he does not win, the rest of his career could be a joke. He needs to win this fight. He will fight for a dog. He is plus 130, odds increasing. But hey now, that does not mean he's my pick. All right, he did lose the first fight. He couldn't stop a leg kick in the first fight. Vettori is the much better striker with way more output. Like, way too much output in this fight to really fade him as a favorite. Now, Marvin did get taken down to Cannonier. He got controlled. Not a good look going against Roman Dolidze, a guy that's going to fight like a dog in this one. But I do think he can improve from that. Get a little bit better. He's obviously been off for a bit. Hopefully he's been training. If he's been training, he should be able to stop the takedowns and keep this fight strike and dominate. Much higher output on the feet for Marvin Vettori. He should be money on the feet versus Roman Dolidze, who last fight handed an easy win to Kevin Holland. Before that, the fight with Imavov, he threw not even 50 punches. So on the feet, there's not much to worry about. On the ground, this guy is a grappling threat. He's a grappling champion, high level on the ground. That's the only place where we got to worry. And Marvin Vettori, I'm sure he's aware of that. He has to be aware of that. He must know he got taken down and controlled versus Cannonier in his last bout almost 2 years ago. So it's up to Marvin Vettori. If he doesn't make adjustments, he's not going to beat Dolidze again. So up to you what you want to do. 5 years younger is Vettori. I think he's going to make a statement in this fight. We'll see what happens. Not overly invested. I don't plan to be either. Become a Platinum Forecaster. $5 a month. Going to $8 a month at the end of this month. So make sure you join now. I told you last week you want to join. It's one of my biggest betting weeks. And we cashed in huge on Bruno Fieta. We cashed in big on Amanda Lemos. And we hit a nice bet on Justin Gaethje. And then we hit all three of them. So I told you to join $5 a month. Comment below. Let me know what you're doing on this fight night. Who's your lock of the week? Who's your dog of the week? Now, this is a tough night on Saturday to find a favorite parlay, in my opinion, to cash in on. But if anybody can give me a parlay above plus 100, all favorites to win, and they all hit, I'm going to send you some money. I'll send you $100. You got to give me a lock parlay above plus 100. If it hits, you'll get $100. Assuming there's one winner, right? One winner. There's no way there's 2, 3 forecasters that can call a lock parlay. I'm doubting you guys and gals. If you can do it, if there's multiple winners that can call a lock parlay over plus 100, all favorites, throw in an underdog if you want. It'll go down to whoever has the most valuable lock parlay. So if there's 4 winners, the one who had the most valuable lock parlay gets the free $100, and I will send you that money after this event. Probably Monday, we'll figure things out. I'll send you the $100, and you'll be very happy. All what you got to do, comment below on this video for $100. Give me a parlay, plus 100 or above. The last thing you got to do, you got to stay listening the whole time, so you can't skip ahead, just comment and dip. Put hashtag F3. Put hashtag F3. Give me your lock parlay on this video. You're getting $100 if you can cash in. And I'm going to tail along on a couple of these comments. So give me your best lock parlay. I'm struggling this week. I'm taking Holobaugh, a single lock of the week play here for me, but I want you to give me a parlay. 2 or 3 fighters. You can give me more, but 2 or 3 minimum. All right? 2 or 3 minimum. Hashtag F3, plus 100, minimum. Let's go. You need to put hashtag F3, though, if you want to be qualified for this $100 giveaway. Plus 100 or above. No chalky-ass parlays here. Don't waste my time. I'm not going to waste yours. I'm giving you Holobaugh, lock of the week versus Alexander Hernandez, a guy that I trust to push forward, a guy that I trust to have the better finishing upside in this fight, and in round 3, really to go for it, not give up on himself at any point in this fight. He shouldn't get taken down at any point. He should have the takedowns. He should have capitalized, honestly, with those takedowns. Look at Damon Jackson take down Alexander Hernandez. Don't tell me Holobaugh can't finish a fight in those situations. I think he can. On the feet, I think Holobaugh has the dog in him. He's accurate, high volume, and hits hard. I don't want to count him out. And at plus money, all what I need is one fighter to win to get paid. So there's my lock of the week. Let me know your lock parlay right now in the comments below if you have not paused the video and done so. All right, you're getting the dog of the week now, 6 in a row. You're all hyped up. Skipped ahead for this. If you skipped ahead, go back. Look at the $100 giveaway I'm doing. Put your lock parlay in there. Put hashtag F3. All right? Help out the channel. We're getting to 1,000 subscribers by the end of the month. So this dog of the week, to go 7 in a row, born September 7th, same birthday as me, September 7th, is AJ Cunningham with a 6-inch reach advantage, currently on a 6 dog of the week heater, and this guy's a 6-1 underdog as well. So we got to lock him in. All these pigs are getting slaughtered, and we're getting paid. AJ Cunningham, nothing changes. Don't let the odds fool you. This guy has the heart, determination, and he will push forward. I'm playing this one inside the distance as well, but I don't doubt this guy winning a decision. Look at Barlow. Look at Turner last week. Look at Bashrat. He's still sleeping. So Su Young Yu is the next victim. He's getting slaughtered. Dog of the week to go 7 in a row, born September 7th. Same day as me. All the numbers are really lining up for this. If you don't know, now you know. AJ Cunningham is getting it done. Could there be more value on this? 6-1. He's training with Gaethje, Iggy, Factory X, Extreme Couture. I probably didn't say enough, all right? I probably said too much, all right? There's money to be made on this event. Dana White's backyard. Tune in, stay forecasted, like the video, comment below, put your lock parlay in, join Discord, absolutely free, link in the description below, and we'll see you for the final forecast. I'm going to give you the props of the week this week. I'll let you know once again who the dog of the week is and his new odds. I expect these odds to go down. These odds are very disrespectful. But Kurt Holobaugh, odds are going the other way. We might even get a better number. So stay forecasted. I'll be back this week. I'll do 2 shows. As long as you guys comment on this one. Your lock parlay, like the video, help with the algorithm. I couldn't appreciate it more. Thanks to all the fight fiends and forecasters putting faith in me.